100 episodes of Zoe's Lab free. Okay, I'm sorry. We should have been here 2 to 3 years ago. I'm not even joking. We should have been at 200 already. I'm just making myself clear here. One of the main reasons that it probably took us this long is because we were not really that active with this series in the last few years. So that could probably explain why. Also, we weren't really active with this world, or just ZL3 in general, that much, again, also in, the last few years. So I guess this is kind of understandable why it took us this long. Anyway, as in tradition, we obviously have Rose Crystal. I mean, come on. She's the one who owns the frickin' world. You can never have a milestone episode about the lab without her. Ain't we right about that one? Hold on, I think she's tapping something. But, guys, 100 episodes. Yeah, she ain't wrong about that one. Kind of similar to when I had it. Anyway, let's just automatically get started. No. Come back out here. There's a hat above you. Yes, the 100th episode hat. After November 27th, this is going to be rare forever. So let's pick it up and let's put it on. And as you guys can see, that is how the hat looks. It looks really cool. Okay, cool. But yeah, there's the hat for episode 100 of Zoe's Lab free. And guys, as you guys can see, first off, we have Flower Sheep and HQ Secretary. P.S. We will be reviving the rest of the sheep in this video. Without further ado, I have a way to do that. And it'll actually be pretty quick. Let's get started. So, again, we have Flower Sheep and HQ Secretary. Yep, they left Legos Island and came here to celebrate. That is understandable. Anyway, let's get started. First, we have a book. And this says 100 episodes. We did it, everyone. 100 Zoe's Lab free episodes. Woo! The celebration party is on now until Sunday, November 27th. The entire world is decorated, by the way. Upcoming events. November 27th, 100th episode party ends. December 4th, Operation Zoe's Lab first anniversary event. Plus December 2022 catalog. As I addressed earlier, this mini event is only for one day. And then December 11th is the Christmas Party 2022 construction. We've gotten a weather notice for November 27th when this party ends. It's going to start snowing here in Zoe's Lab free and will be fully covered in snow on December 4th, 2022 by Flower Sheep. This is also going to be the last book to be wrote by Flower Sheep because by later, Mr. Sheep will officially be coming back to life. As usual, this book is already in the library so I could just throw it away. Even though we already have multiple copies. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into it. You ready for this? Oh, we're ready for this. We are ready. First off, look below you. Yeah. I went nuts. What do you think of the 100 plaque? I know. It looks beautiful. It was actually one of the first things I actually did in this party. Without further ado, it looks really, really beautiful. Anyway, the beacons, you may also notice, also look really freaking beautiful. Trust me, the whole lab looks absolutely freaking beautiful. And Cool Guy 33 recommended I do it at nighttime. I couldn't blame him. Look how freaking pretty the sky is. Oh, and also granted, this is also on the lowest brightness. So, that could also probably explain. Seriously, it does not need to look this pretty. I'm talking the sky, of course. Oh yeah, we do have a free item. The firework rocket. Of course, we can just fire that. And this is also an item, but we'll get to where that is later. Anyway, here we have the 100th episode party from November 20th to the 27th. And then 4 weeks from now is the Christmas party from December 18th to January 1st. So we'll come back in around 4 weeks for that party. Alright, so we have still a lot to take in here. Seriously, the outside just looks absolutely beautiful. And I just love how this is designed. So without further ado, we might also want to consider getting into the quest where we decide to revive all the sheep. So let's consider doing that right now, since I don't think it's hopefully going to take that long. And I just genuinely hope it's not going to take long. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Before we officially do though, let me tour this room real quick because, yeah, as you can see, it's packed. And yes, that can explain what this gravestone is for. They are located all over the lab, dedicated to the sheep that are still not alive. Yeah, they are still dead from the Halloween party, but this episode will fix that. Because I actually just found out where the heck all of their respective items are to bring them back to life. Okay, I thought I didn't light those for a sec, but take a look for yourself. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I didn't change the windows on the desk here because I wanted to keep them respectively the regular ZL3 colors. I mean, you can clearly tell what the candle colors on the cakes are, the respective ZL3 colors. Alright, now that we got that, let's get the bed, which is actually the item we're going to need to respawn Mr. Sheep. And by placing it over on his gravestone as follows. Mr. Sheep is officially back to life! Woo! I don't even know how many more there are. All I know is that now Mr. Sheep, Flower Sheep, and HQ Secretary are all now back to life. Let's continue on with the quest as we tour these rooms. Oh, actually, let's do something nice for Mr. Sheep and take him out to where Flower Sheep and HQ Secretary are. As I feel, he should celebrate with the rest of them. Oh, sorry, that's the door. Where the heck is he? Okay, there we go. Okay, finally. It's about freaking time. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the room?
I really like it. I like the complementary shower.
Oh, you bet I went all out. Alright, next up, the flower shop. Now, Flower Sheep is obviously not up here because you saw that she was down there in the outside of the lab. So Flower Sheep is not up here because you saw her down there earlier. Anyway, we have a huge 100 right here. This was actually like a last minute decoration for this room because I needed to do something. Seriously, I went all out with the colors. There is no sheep related item in here, so we can just move on pretty quickly. With that being said, what are your thoughts on this room? It just looks just beautiful. Alright guys, let's move on to the roof. There is, once again, no sheep related item up here, so we can get through this real quick. The roof here, as you can see, we have a huge 100, very similar to down there. We have the banners all over the place, and again, that is an item which we'll get to later as I just addressed. So, what are your thoughts? It looks just beautiful. I didn't change up there because, like I said earlier with the cakes, I wanted to keep them their respective color because it just makes sense at this point. Yeah, but seriously though, it just looks absolutely freaking beautiful. And I just love the way this looks. Yeah, even up here got updated with the cakes somehow. And it just looks just beautiful for some reason. Hey, you know what? Why not? I don't think we need to place anything here. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and, I guess you'll join us later. Okay, yeah, that could explain. Alright, whoa! We forgot about the backyard. Yeah, we can't go down to the lab yet until we tore the backyard in. Oh, we're in for something cool. Once again, no sheep-related item here, so we can again get through this room really quick. The item we have here is the purple candle. This is due to the fact that you can find it right here across these two cakes. It also looks really beautiful. Now, why are these here? Simply put, I needed something to put in the room, so I thought cakes would look nice. Also, I needed just some cakes around here anyway. So that's really nice. Once again, there is another 100 on the floor, because, once again, this is the milestone episode. And the milestone party. Without further ado, that is pretty much it for this room. I have like nothing else to genuinely say. Oh, I'm in the backyard area. Good enough. Oh, the backyard area. Yeah, here. Yeah, you can see how cool and just beautiful this looks. And you know what? Why not? Why not one more banner right there? It looks cool. And yes, that is called the 100th episode banner. That probably would have been obvious. Still though, looks freaking beautiful. And yes, another 100 on the floor. Because it looks just beautiful. Alright guys, let's move on to our next room. Sorry if I'm going through these rather slow. It's just there is a lot of rooms in this party that I need to get to. Thankfully, some more of these rooms are actually kind of small. So now we're heading downstairs to the actual lab. Yeah, we're going down here now. I know. I should probably make that a little more open. Like, I'm serious. I might actually want to consider doing that. But yeah, another 100 on the floor, because why not? Oh, actually, finally, I can announce here that we have another sheep-related item. Right here, the glowstone. This item is related to Sparkles Jr. So, by doing it on their very gravestone, right here, she is back to life. But actually, you notice, there's the one for Sparkles here too. Well, it's actually right here. The block of amethyst. Of course, by placing it down, you can guess, they are back to life as well. Aside from that, there is nothing else to be said here. We will get back to these gravestones later, as we actually need to find respective items related to them. For now though, we're going to leave this room, seeing as there is nothing else we need to do in here, outside of coming back here later for when we find their respective items. Outside of that, the hallway actually looks really beautiful. I can definitely tell I did some really good things with the lights here. And it just looks really nice. Outside of that, that is it for that. So let's move on to the library, which is over here. We can also collect the blue candle item. Also, this is where our next sheep-related item is, alongside just overall Librarian Sheep's gravestone. Where is the respective item? It is right here, the book. Of course, we need to break this real quick, place that down, and as follows, Librarian Sheep is back to life. Without further ado, now that that is over with, we can now actually get rid of that. And I will remove all of the gravestones later, off camera. Yeah, that'll be something I can just do off camera. Because it's just going to take forever if we do that now. Don't you agree? Yeah, that can be done on my own time. Anyway, outside of that, what do you think of the library? It looks really, really nice for the 100th episode. Without further ado, let's make our way down to the HQ. There is no sheep-related item down here, seeing as HQ Secretary is already back to life, so we don't need to worry about that. The HQ, on the other hand, though, is actually decorated. So, yeah, without further ado, we can actually get rid of all the sheep-related items now, considering they're all back to life now, and that can just keep my inventory cleared. Alright. But yeah, this is the HQ. Look how beautiful it looks. It really does look absolutely freaking beautiful. And yes, the map over here is updated to show the updated landmark. As you guys can see, yep, it is exactly what the lab actually looks like. I know, it just looks just absolutely beautiful. Why do we not have this in ZL2? Dude, I should add that eventually. Or maybe it should just stay exclusive to here. I mean, there are a ton of exclusive things that are normally not in that world. Anyway, with that being said, all there really is just some cakes and banners. There's not really much. HQ Secretary, as you may notice, is not down here. Because she is up upstairs, outside in the front of the lab, as we saw earlier. Of course, they'll return to Legos Island on probably the 22nd. For the majority and the rest of Operation Blackout whenever that is held. Which the next mission for that would be the 22nd. And we're not talking here, of course. With that being said, let's move on to the next room. Hi, Librarian Sheep. Dear God, it kind of feels weird having these guys back to life, honestly, after like 4 weeks. Alright, should we go to your room next? I mean, actually, we are technically going down there anyway. Oh, and this is actually where our next sheep-related item is. Yes, you have to find which one is the real one. And we have already found it. So yeah, we've already found the Sheepy spawn egg. Now, we need to go back to Sheepy's room to be able to go put that in there. Now, I am going to pause each segment after this point whenever we find an item from far away. Putting this here as follows. Brings Sheepy back to life. The first ever sheep that isn't a manager to join Zola's lab. You remember that, right? Yep, it was the first non-manager sheep to be in Zola's lab. The entire series. So that one's really special. No wonder their thing is a spawn egg. Apart from that, we go back to your room here. Which you may notice there is another 100. Anyway, with that being said, TP to me. Yeah, that would make sense. Of course your room's decorated. So that's really cool. Anyway, with that being said, the clothes shop is also decorated. No sheep-related item in here, though. So we can get through this rather quick. Alright. No, seriously, though. This is the clothes shop for the 100th episode party. It honestly looks really beautiful. And I just love how this looks. And it genuinely looks amazing. With that being said, there's not really much to say about this room. Normally I'm getting through these rooms rather quick, mainly because there's not much in them. So now, we're going to move on to, honestly, one of your personal favorite rooms and just the lab in general. The underground party room, aka where all these godforsaken beacons are. Okay, I was just making sure my sound was on. I was also making sure my microphone was on. Because, hey, you'll have to, be careful of this stuff. You gotta take advantage of this stuff. You gotta be cautious of this stuff. Because you never know, it could not have been on the whole time. But thank God it is. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the underground party room? Have any personal thoughts on it? I know. I cannot believe what I did with all these colors. Now, The related item to DJ Sheep is not in here actually. It is actually in Snowland, which we'll get to in a minute, or actually just a few seconds. The beacons, though, look really nice, I'll admit. With that being said, the dance floor also looks really cool. We'll be back here in around a minute to get DJ Sheep back in here. But for now, you have the right idea. Let's go to Snowland. Because actually, that's where the item is. The music disc. And that is Strad. So now, let's make our way back to the underground party room as I just addressed. We are going to place this right here. And you know the deal by now. DJ Sheep is back to life. Back to Snowland, though. Alright, guys, we are back in Snowland. Actually, you know what? Go ahead. That room's not even decorated anyway. Go ahead. Yeah, true. And plus, also, that room's not decorated anyway, as I just addressed, so, that's fine. I'll just unbury it later if these guys aren't around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can clearly see what I did with this room, don't you? It looks like a disco. Oh, speaking of which, this is where the last item in this party is. The 100th episode banner, assuming I can get the label up there. There we go. Yep, the 100th episode banner. Let's put that on, and that is how it looks. You can claim it yourself up there. You see that? You see that label? Okay, cool. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I hit the item. Alright, no, seriously, though. It looks like a freaking disco party in here. But actually, I kind of left it like this on purpose because it spells out 100. You get the idea. Oh, no. But you know what? You have the idea here. It does technically spell out 100, though. But you can keep it blocked for the sake of the sheet for right now. For now, though, yeah. It looks freaking beautiful in here. You may notice there's more than just one 100. There's actually 3 of them. You may notice them around the room. Notice? Yeah, I know. They just look so beautiful. There's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dance floors. You may notice that all of these actually coincide with the respective colors of the dance floors, which is a nice touch. Seriously, attention to detail here. But you know what? You do have the right idea. Let's make our way to the next room. There are no sheep-related items here, but in the balcony there is. Before we get there, though, we need to take a look at the hallway here again, where we go into the meeting room, which, once again, no sheep-related items here. But we have, like, nearly half the sheep back alive already in only, like, 23 minutes. That's insane. We're actually almost done with all these rooms. Mostly, at least. At least the lab rooms. But this does look really freaking beautiful. Next up, the TV and game room. Which, as you can tell, these rooms are small. Which is why we are going through these rather quickly. We can also just place the levers back since I forgot to do that. I could have done that on my own time, but whatever. There we go. Alright, that is done. Outside of that, once again, no sheep-related item in here, so we can just get out of here pretty quickly. So, with that being said, what are your thoughts on all of these rooms, guys? And you have the right idea. Let's make our way up to that balcony now, because our next item is actually located up here. Not actual event items, the next sheep-related item. And yes, you're probably wondering why this is here. Notice the water slide, right? Well, our next item is located down here. The Prismarine Crystals. I think you can clearly tell who this is meant for. I'll be right back when I get to Aquaramine's room. Alright guys, we are now back in Aquaramine's room. So, by placing it as follows, Aquaramine is back to life. Now, let's make our way back to that balcony again, because I wasn't done. Alright, we're back up here again. Now, actually, fun fact, you actually do have to ride the water slide for a reason. Going up here, actually, let me just speed up the process. Yeah, go up here to the water slide, because actually, there is a reason you need to ride this. The next sheep-related item is located here, and actually one of the last ones, actually, as we're actually almost done. We are literally almost done in terms of the sheep-related items. After we get all the sheep-related items, we only need to tour some more rooms. Outside of that, you mind going ahead and turning off all the mobs? Because there's no reason for them to be here. Thanks. Because they only needed to be here during the Halloween party. We just missed it. We just missed the sheep-related item. Woo! We need to go back up and rewrite the water slide because I guess we got a little too distracted with the mobs. So let's go ahead. And yes, the sheep-related item is actually right down here. And we can catch it. The block of raw gold. I think you can clearly tell who this is meant for. And yeah. So guys, I'm going to ride back down this. And I'll meet you in Goldie's room. Alright, we are in Goldie's room, so we have to place it down right here, and you know the deal. Goldie is back to life. And that's it for all the main lab rooms outside of the theme park, UFO, and the space rooms, which I don't think those will actually take long. There's actually a reason we actually have the firework rocket. It's actually, one second. Oh, I don't have a Lytron. Yeah, that could actually probably explain things. Okay, simply put, let's shoot ourselves all the way up to the UFO. As, well, that is our next destination. Yes, we'll get to the planets later. Which, actually, will be immediately after this. We probably should have saved the space rooms for last, though. Who cares? Alright, no, but seriously though, TP to me. Because you probably have no clue where the heck I am. Yep, we are here in the UFO. It is decorated for the 100th episode party. No sheep-related items up here. Anyway, actually, I did forget Blossom and I actually did find the sheep item. I just never showed you. So we actually have to go back down. I just realized that now. So that's actually kind of down with me. But, oh well, we'll go back down there in a minute. It looks just really beautiful here. And I truly do like this. Anyway, outside of that, let's head back down. We actually do need to head all the way back down to surface to, again, go get those items that I actually forgot. And I'll keep the firework rocket because we are going to need it to shoot back up into space again. I actually forgot about the Spore Blossom, which we are going to need for Blossom. And Blossomonite as well. So it actually works for both of them. As usual, doing this brings Blossom back to life. Now, we can also do the exact same thing for Blossomonite, as I completely forgot to do that earlier. Doing the exact same thing will bring Blossomonite back to life. I think we have everyone except for Fiesta Sheep. But before we actually head up into space, let me make our way over to the theme park. Now, why are we going here? Simply put, it is decorated. Now, uncompared to the actual lab itself, this isn't really decorated that much. Or I spoke a little too soon. As you guys can see, this is decorated with a 100. And, TP to me. Yeah. There was a reason I needed you to do that. Yep, a 100 here on the, a center place for the theme park. It looks really nice, don't you think? There's not actually really much to say about the center area, which is why we're going to head into the parks very quickly. Just showing you really, really quick. Yeah, there's not really much about the center area. So now, let's automatically move on to Neon Park. Which, there are a lot of decorations here. Oh, and I just realized, this is still outdated from Halloween. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. My bad. It took me until, literally right now to notice that. I'm not even joking. Alright, no, seriously though. Yep, this is Neon Park for the 100th episode party. You may notice there are banners all over the place, which is nice. And yes, there are cakes all around the area, which you may notice. Also, another major difference is that there is a 100 inside the water pond here. Or just, yeah, the little pond here. Has a little nice attention to detail, as usual. We have cakes all over the pond, which is awesome. And also, all over here, looks like I forgot to put candles, but I don't think anyone will really mind that, including me. Aside from that, we just have some banners here. There's not really much else to say, outside of the fact that, well, we can just automatically move on to Amethyst Park. You may notice we're actually getting through the theme park pretty quickly, actually, as there's not much here compared to, say, up there. Actually, up in space, there's not actually that many decorations in each room. So we also probably won't be up there long. But there are banners down here at least, which is really, really nice for the 100th episode party. And once again, speaking of 100, we have another 100 right here in the middle of the Amethyst Park, alongside even more milestone banners. It's really, really cool. And now, let's move on to the final park, which is Space Park. I need to remember the name. Anyway, speaking of which, yep, as you guys can see, this is how it looks. And it just looks absolutely freaking beautiful. You may notice there's actually banners on every sea lantern pillar around the park. I don't know. I just felt like doing that for some reason. Who knows? Anyway, another 100 right here. I mean, I have to do something. And genuinely, besides that, that is literally it. Oh, I actually just realized when going to the UFO, there actually was another sheep item. Oh, now I'm remembering these now. Yeah, I forgot to mention by going to the UFO. Yeah, there's actually an item back here. The block of Lapis Lazuli. I'll meet you down in Lapis's room. Alright, by placing that down, it is now back to life. Alright, now we can go up to space. But actually, on our way up there, we actually have to go all the way down here. And boom! Collected the Fiesta banner. Now, this is the last sheep-related item we need to collect, so I'll meet you in Fiesta Sheep's room. Alright guys, we are here in Fiesta Sheep's room. The item is the Fiesta banner, because he's Fiesta Sheep after all, and he is the last one we need to bring back to life. And with Fiesta Sheep back, every single sheep is officially back to life. Now we're done with the sheep quest. And now all we can do is now just focus on the rest of these rooms. Which is nice, because it can make us go through this tour fast. Alright guys, so now we are in space. So now, as you guys can see, we have some decorations. Every planet has a decoration. I know. This is seriously amazing. With that being said, as you guys can see, the Shroomlight Galaxy has decorations. And 100 right here, as you guys can see, which is really cool. And Oh, hold on. Just reminded to get 33. Anyway, with that being said, what are your thoughts on this planet in terms of the room? It looks really, really nice. I know, the planet actually looks really nice for this party. Now, also, all things going for each planet. The inside parts are not decorated, so we're not going to be needing to go down to any of the inside parts of the planet, considering I didn't decorate them. This is due to the fact that I just didn't feel like doing that. Also, I feel I've already decorated enough on just the said planets themselves. With that being said, let's move on to the next galaxy, the Honey Galaxy. As we can see, we have another 100 right here. We have even more decorations, some more streamers and banners all over the place, which look absolutely amazing. And with that being said, going on the inside, all there is just like 2 banners. Yep, that is literally it. And once again, going inside, there is absolutely nothing. As I addressed, we do not need to go into the inside of the planets, again, because there is nothing in them. That'll be the last time I mention that. Although, the only one to actually have that is actually Maze Galaxy. And Underwater Galaxy. Outside of that, the rest don't. Speaking of which, Underwater Galaxy. As you can see, the galaxy, aka planet, is decorated for the 100th episode party. You may notice there are a lot of decorations. And yes, even the palm trees are lit up as well, which is really, really awesome. Going underwater, on the other hand, you can see that there's even more decorations and a few more banners, which is actually really nice. With that being said, there's not much else to say about this planet outside of the fact that it looks absolutely amazing. What are your thoughts?
I've never seen these planets before, so this is all a new experience for me.
Oh, you never did?
No, I don't visit very often.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you barely visit this world. That's right, remember, we were less active with this world. Maybe that's why it took so long to get to this milestone. Because we were. Maze Galaxy is decorated for this party. Now, very similarly to the Halloween party, all dead ends have something in them. In the Halloween party, it was just pumpkins at each dead end. Now, it's just banners. That's really cool. Now, with that being said, going on to the other side of the planet, we can now also make our way down here to find even more banners at each dead end. And that's genuinely it. Yep, there is literally nothing else I need to show here. At least in terms of that. So now we can go to the Mushroom Galaxy. With that being said, there is actually not much here compared to the other planets. So this one's actually going to be pretty short. We're over here. Yeah, over here. Dear God, man. This is just insane how many rooms are decorated. Nothing on the insides, because there was no reason. Oh, I guess I could have done this. Okay, now, aside from that, there is literally nothing else that I need to show you outside of that. With that being said, that is it for this planet. There is, again, not much for me to show you. So now, let's move on to the final planet, the Evil Sheet Leader planet. Alright, yep, this is the last planet before we head up to Special ZL3, which will be the final area in this party. Nothing on the inside of the buildings, though. Aside from the castle, though. But before we head in there, you may notice the outside is really decorated. And yes, you may notice the space theme with these. Now, you may notice down there you didn't really see that much of this. Like these, and that's because I only incorporated them into the space rooms to make it a little more space themed. With that being said, it just looks just really beautiful. It really just looks absolutely beautiful here on these planets. In this one, just in general. With that being said, let's head into the castle. As you can see, it is decorated for this party. Where are you at? Okay. Yeah, now we're going in here to the castle. Which, again, as you can see, is decorated for this part. It looks beautiful. You know what? Why not? Why not go down here despite it not being decorated? Aside from the fact that I never removed the pumpkins. God dang it. I knew something felt wrong here. Oh well, let's do that now. Yeah, I'm removing these 2 weeks late. I don't think anyone's gonna care. Although, actually, I'm pretty sure we will, considering... yeah, that should have been removed like 2 weeks ago. Outside of that, what are your thoughts on this? Have any idea? Oh, if you're curious, actually. This is actually based off of the one I made in the Creations world. You know the kingdom of his? That's what this planet's based off of. But up here, for the last part of this, is actually really cool. The upstairs area. It's really beautiful up here, I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have put those up there. So you could probably see this better, but... oh well, I guess I wasn't thinking. Anyway, that is it for this. So let's move on. And that's actually it for all the planets. The last place we need to go to for this entire tour actually requires us to use the purple pipe, aka the Amethyst pipe. And as usual, we can just firework rocket ourselves all the way up to Special ZL3. Yep, that's what I love about the firework rocket. Yep, we can just automatically firework rocket ourselves up there. And welcome to the final area in this event, Special ZL 3. Yep, after this, there are no more rooms outside of all these rooms here. Yep, and then we're done. Finally, after it's already 43 minutes into this video. Dang, we went nuts. It's worth it. So as you can see, we have two 100s right here, as you may notice. It looks really cool. Outside of that, you may also notice the path is updated too. This is actually, I think, the first time I think it's ever actually being updated. I think, actually. I could be wrong. But seriously, it did not need to look this beautiful, don't you think? It did not need to look this beautiful, but I did anyway, just because. Just that freaking good. Oh, you know what? You do have the right idea. But first, as you can see, this lab office is decorated. We have Special Mr. Sheep right there. With that being said, what are your thoughts on all these rooms? Nothing up there, so we can automatically head down here. Yes, you can notice the banners right here. That's really cool. Once again, another 100 right here. You know what? You have the right idea. Dude, look how beautiful it looks with the purple sky.
It's like a see-through world.
That's why I did that. Because I thought it looked freaking cool. Literally, you can see all the other planets we just explored from here. Literally, look at this. You can literally see every single planet we just explored a few minutes back from here. We literally just explored all those planets. And there's even the pipe that sends us up here. Like right over here. Yep, there's even the pipe that literally sends us up here. Now, with that being said, with the actual decorations, that's actually how it looks. It looks freaking beautiful here.
I'm not using the Minecraft chat, it was something else.
Okay, cool. Let me guess, Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of that, we have Special Snowland, which there's actually not that much here. All it is just like banners. And that's it. So, seriously, you can literally see basically anything from here. Despite there being...
Fall out of the freaking world?
What?
You sure these guys don't fall out of the world?
Nope! They've been up here for like almost an entire year and they have never fallen. Unless you push them off. Alright, no, but seriously though, what do you think of all of this? Just looks beautiful. Oh, we have over here the special sheep rooms here. And yeah, it was, I think, actually the last special room I decorated prior to filming. Dear God, this just looks really cool. With that being said, I think we actually only have like one room left in this entire tour, and that's the HQ. And here we are. I think this is actually the last room, I think, in this entire event. And then, we're finally done. Dear God, look how freaking beautiful it looks in here. Seriously, I went wild with these decks. And I mean really wild with these decks. With that being said, guys, that's it. There is literally nothing else I need to show you. We are done. After only 48 minutes. Dang, exactly 48 minutes. How impressive is that? You thought that that would take longer, and honestly, I thought that that would take way longer. But it didn't actually take that long. Dang. Dang, we're good. So, there you go. That is the 100th episode of Zola's Lab 3. Oh, frick! I forgot one room up there. I just realized. My bad, guys. I forgot one room. Special Evil Sheet Leader's base. There we go. This is the real last room. I just realized that now. But we were technically done. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the 100th Zola's Lab 3 video. By the next episode, all of this party will be completely gone. And with that being said, where the heck are you? It doesn't matter. We're just gonna come back out here anyway. With that being said, no, I'm serious. Thank you for watching episode 100 of Zola's Lab 3. Again, as I just addressed, by the next episode, this entire party will be gone, and it'll start snowing here on Zola's Lab 3, but it won't fully be covered until December 4th. Without further ado, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, guys. Comment down below your favorite room and item from this party. Seriously. You can clearly tell I put a lot of work into this. I don't even know exactly how many hours.